For as long as I can remember, I have been obsessed with video games. Whether it's been, 2K17, 2K16, both go to 2K, some of the best, at least in my lifetime, right? Minecraft, Rocket League, the game you're watching right now, Overwatch. I have loved a plethora of video games within my lifetime. But as I have gotten older, I have really only started to love video games that have some type of ranked mode. And I think the reason for this is just, for a while I think it was just because, I liked feeling like I got something done, right? But what I have come to realize is I don't really love gaming. I love progress. And I know this because outside of just games and outside of online, I love progress in other areas as well. Like if I'm playing something or doing something where, for example, the other day, right? I was playing Black Ops 2 and I was having fun. But then after 30 minutes, 40 minutes, it just became this thing where it's like, why am I doing this? Why am I like, there's nothing coming out of it. There's no rank, there's no progress, there's no anything. Like, yeah, you level up to get more guns, but it just kind of felt like a different Rogue Company type of game where it's just you spawn in, you do stuff, and you get out. And I get maybe that's what gaming is, and I'm sure some people will totally disagree with me on the premise of this video, right? But if you're like me and you have found that you are just really obsessed with ranked games, I'm here to tell you, brother, it's not gaming. It's progress, and that is more of a profound skill than you realize. Like if you are obsessed with ranking up, or alternatively, even if you're not obsessed with ranking up, but you find yourself just drawn to games where there's ranks, brother, I'm telling you, you're going to be good at business. You're going to be good at business, whether you like it or not. You would be good at running a business, at running your own channel, at running your own anything. Because I believe the muscle to improve, right, to want to improve, that can be placed in any asset of our life. And if you're in, my generation or older, younger, it doesn't really matter. We have been fortunate and kind of unfortunate enough to have video games just be brought into our life as sudden type of mainstream media. Like that's just kind of forced upon us. And so a lot of us that are, predispositioned to have this kind of trained, I want to get better, we put it into things like video games, not realizing if you put it into anything else, you would be goated at it. And it's not some type of, story or fantasy thing. Like it is just logical. Like for example, say you want to learn piano, you don't know anything about piano. If you spend a month at it, you're going to be better than you were a month ago. And if you spend a year at it, you'll probably be pretty good, pretty decent. Like you're not going to be Mozart, right? Because that's several years, but you will be at an unrecognizable level from where you started. And that's just the same with anything. The only thing blocking you from something like that is the will to improve, the will to show up every day. And so what I'm trying to say, right, what I'm trying to get at is this obsession with progress, this obsession with getting better in a video game, it is the same metric with business, and I can prove it, right? When a couple years ago, or really it was 1 to 2 years ago at this point, I started my first business, and it was print on demand. And if you don't know what that is, it's pretty much, you put designs up online, someone buys it, and you don't actually make this shirt physically. Online, a different company makes it and ships it, and you just make the money. Now, the first week I ran it, I got 3 orders, which is literally nothing. It's not like I made 10K a month. It was pretty much nothing. However, when I got that Shopify notification that it makes a cha-ching, 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 it makes a noise when you get an order, and brother, I was addicted. But not only that, right? I ran Meta ads, Facebook ads, which is like if you ever go on Facebook or Instagram and you see those ads pop up, I was doing those. A lot of people all over do them, but I was contributing to that. You can call it slop, but it makes money. So whatever, right? Tracking the stats of that is also very addicting because there's so many stats, but even if you focus on the main ones, all you're really trying to do is make it better, get more return on your money. And by tweaking a bunch of things, variables, right? The only difference between playing a game and that is using money. And I mean, if you're playing a game like 2K, you're using money anyway. I mean, there's really no difference. It's just you can make more money. And so what I have found to be true is that any type of asset that you can improve the numbers upon is strikingly similar to playing ranked games. Except there's not really or pre-made ranks per se. There's not really, a gold or a platinum or a diamond. However, what I will say is in most games, when you get to platinum, it's just kind of like you're on the brink of breaking into a good rank. In real life, if you can even get to gold in the thing that you're doing, right? If you can even get to silver, you will have a whole different outlook on life. You will have a whole different outlook on life. Like, I would say the equivalent of getting to silver on a YouTube channel would be like getting maybe 1,000 subscribers, maybe getting like 5K subscribers, right? And gold is maybe 10K, and then because then you're actually in the game, you're playing the game. This is the same. It's the same with business. So, but anyway, back to the business I was talking about, right? I ran that business for several months. I was tracking money, tracking everything. I ultimately stopped only because I wasn't enjoying the process as much anymore, and to keep it completely open, I was being very inconsistent to the point where it's like I would spend more money on the ads than even making the shirts or taking care of the rest of the business. And even though it was profitable, it wasn't like something that made me rich. It didn't make me rich by any means at all. I also in the past have ran a YouTube channel. Now, I only got to like 800 subscribers on it, and that could be a completely different topic or a completely different video because I'm not going to deep dive into that, right? But it's the same thing where I really like the process, I really like doing it, and I really like tracking the numbers. I really enjoyed the grinding. It's the same with business. It's the same with anything you want to make, whether it's a Twitch channel or a YouTube channel, whatever you want to do. I strongly suggest getting into it and just grinding it the same way that you would hop on ranked league or ranked, I don't even know if league has ranked. I've never played that game a day in my life, right? But whether hopping on ranked Rocket League, if you can play that for like 3 hours, bro, you can grind business. I promise you. If you have an interest in literally anything, whether it's business related or you're just creating something in general, like I said, podcast, streaming, whatever, get into it, dive into it, and literally play it like it's ranked. Play it like it's a ranked game mode, and you're just trying to get to the top. You're trying to get, grind all the way. With that said, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, smash the like button or gently caress it. I appreciate it either way. Thank you for watching, and peace out. Have a good day. I love you.